Chapter 2. Early Life. Leonardo was born on April 15, 1452. Leonardo da Vinci, 1452–1519, was born in Anciano, Tuscany, now Italy, close to the town of Vinci that provided the surname we associate with him today. In his own time, he was known just as Leonardo or as Il Florentine, since he lived near Florence. The family name da Vinci just means from Vinci. The town is built on a hill about 35 kilometers from Florence, but in 1452, that was a long day's ride by horse. Vinci was a quiet town, far away from the great buildings, money, and important people of Florence. Leonardo's mother and father both married different people after he was born. His father, Ser Piero da Vinci, an attorney and notary, lived and worked in Florence, but his mother, Caterina, stayed in Vinci and married another man while Leonardo was very young and began a new family. Leonardo probably spent most of his early life around Vinci. Leonardo knew a lot about life in the country. He played in the fields around the town, and he loved animals. Leonardo watched the workers and he learned how people built and made things. He was interested in everything, and he soon began to draw. At the time, many books were in Latin, but because Leonardo did not learn this language at school, he could not read them. Years later, he finally taught himself to read Latin. When he was young, Leonardo had to teach himself other things too, like how to write. Leonardo wrote with his left hand, and he used mirror writing, which is very difficult to read. When you put a mirror next to his writing, you can read it. He learned to draw with his left hand too. Despite Leonardo's lack of formal education, his father appreciated his artistic talent and apprenticed him at around age 15 to the sculptor and painter Andrea del Verrocchio, of Florence. In workshops like Verrocchio's, lots of people worked on the paintings. Verrocchio did the most important work, and then his best apprentices finished it. Leonardo was a fast learner, and he soon became a talented painter. Before long, he was helping Verrocchio to finish important paintings. See Verrocchio's painting to the right. At the time, Italy was made of lots of different small countries. Florence was the biggest city of one of these countries. It was also one of the biggest and richest cities in Europe. People were building churches and great houses all over the city, and they needed paintings and sculptures to put in them. It was a time of new ideas about painting, science, and many other things. Today, we call this time the Renaissance. Because Florence was a very rich and important city, it was home to many of the greatest thinkers and artists of the time. Some of these great men visited Verrocchio's workshop, and the young Leonardo met them. He probably dreamed that he could be like them too. Florence in the 1460s was a great place for talented people, and nobody was more talented than Leonardo.